I am live. Welcome, welcome. The sun is setting behind us in New Masseque, and we're standing in the farm area on the plains, and we're going to have to go somewhere and go to sleep. Look at all the kids going home. Look at everybody returning to their houses. Wow, school just got out. That was pretty cool. Okay, and here comes Noah, and he is looking at the work that Samantha was doing, and now he's going home. There's Paul, and he is stopping to look at the work, and he's going home. All right, so everyone pretty much has, whoop, there's Ian. Ian's going up to his parents' house, and there is Benedict leaving his restaurant really late and going home to his house. And here comes, who is this? This is Emily. Ah, yes. Emily is going to her home with Cecily, and she's taking the new back road that we have. This is the jungle's edge, and I'm going to rise up into the air, and we are going to look. We are looking at the lawn. This is the swamp area over here. Let me change my view for a second. Whoa, sky. So this is the lawn. This is what's left of it because we're building it in. And this is the jungle's true edge, which is the swamp right here, which we call the waterfront. And this is the jungle, and this is our edge of the jungle, and this is the way it looks right now. You can see some of our trees growing back from the construction that was done on the houses. Slowly but surely they'll begin to fill themselves in again, and here we are in new sections of the jungle. We're doing some work over on this side of the jungle right here, and we're going to have to fill these trees in order for the ocelots to feel comfortable. This is actually their area, but what is his name? His name is Isaiah. Isaiah. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Let us go to sleep in a manger. Let's go to sleep right over here where all this hay is. Let's get a bed and let's go to sleep. Now, the only reason that I'm going to sleep is that I just got done playing in New Masseque, and New Masseque, we are still having disagreements with disgruntled skeletons and mobs who are not happy with the truce that was created by our moving in and paying tribute and taking a portion of the land. Let's see what Isaiah wants for a moment, just so that he can get back to work. Thank you, Isaiah. Isaiah joined Elias and Mildred in farming these 5 fields of Elias's. And this is his home, and I think I showed that in our last, in the last time that we looked at And you also need a farm instrument, I'm pretty sure. And so we will give her one as well. I just happen to have these tools on me. And while we're walking by, we can see baby Lily right here. And what does she need in her new restaurant? She needs some fuel. And let's see what fuel she's using. So let's give her that. We will give her fuel. And who is this here? This is Philippa, our chicken farmer. It's interesting with Philippa because she is a great grandmother, and she and Roland, her chosen, are running this chicken farm. We have put in more roads here. Of course, they're not going to use them. She's walking the side of her fence. Because of that restaurant, should I put a gate here? And you would say, yes, of course. So let's take this right here and let us put a gate right here. Let's take these two and make a second gate opening right there. Okay, so this is the new path back here. It's not quite a road yet. We're going to see if it's going to be a road, but so far right now it is just a path, because right here is our new blacksmith building. So we have two blacksmith buildings and we have two smiths, and both Hugo and Cecily, our smiths, are using this building as the display building. So this is the pieces that they make. They make armor and they sell it to other cities, and they also make tools and horseshoes and the like, and they sell those in town as well as selling them to other cities too. So this is their display room and their sort of like their office, their public office. And then over here, this is their workshop where they make things, and they have several anvils and several ovens in here where they work. And then this is their other office where they do more of their work, and they also do sales to local businesses. And so those are both of the new blacksmith buildings. Now we have this group of houses here, and we now have Cecily and Emily living in Roland and Philippa's house. And Roland and Philippa have moved into the duplex, so they have one side of the duplex here, and Natasha and Josiah have the other. But I'm going to move Cecily and Emily into the new duplexes that are down here just as soon as they're done. They're on level, Samantha is building this one to a level 5. I think this is the first one of these that we have completed. This is the spruce. And then Hugo, the other blacksmith, is still living in the Aylmer boarding house. He actually has lived here. He lived here even when he was doing stone smelting for John, the stonemason, but then he decided he wanted to do smithing instead. Noah is working on the other house right here. And so we're going to have um, 4 more houses essentially for the people who, especially the kids, the last set of kids who are growing up. And this is what Noah is working on, and we can see Noah going there. Now, one of the kids who probably is going to live in one of these houses is, in fact, Sam K. And Sam K has joined Edmund. He is now fishing in the farm. Joined Edmund's fishery, and there's Edmund on his pier, and Sam is running this little fish hut where he cooks the fish and offers all sorts of delicacies for people to buy right from the fishery itself. And the rest of what they don't sell goes to, of course, well, they would have to have like a commercial side where they farm fish for the restaurants, for the 4 restaurants. They also have this area down here, which both of them love, for fishing. It's part of their farm fishing. We're going past the school and we see Landon Jr. This is Landon Jr. standing outside, probably getting a breath of fresh air. And we're going to come up here. So we had been doing a lot of work on building on the streets. And as you can see, the streets are changing in this area. We don't have it completed yet, but we are still working on it. This is City Hall, and on the other side of City Hall, we have one of the oldest of the jungle housing that we've done. Their front door is open. It was probably me. So this house had never been modified, and we decided to fix it this past week for Edmund and Cecily. Now, this is the older Cecily, who is Maya's daughter. Maya raised her children in this house, including Cecily. And then Cecily and Edmund, when they chose each other, Maya said they could have the house, and they said, well, that she could live here. And she's been living here all this time, but she finally decided to have an apartment of her own and has moved to the Acacia Apartments. And Edmund and Cecily remodeled the house, and this is what it looks like. So they closed in the living room and gave themselves a much smaller living area, but it allows them to actually have a bedroom that they both can enjoy. And then they also put in new modern bathroom. Yay! So this is their bathroom here. This is one of the guest bedrooms right here for when their kids come, or their grandkids, or their great-grandkids. And this is the other bedroom that is upstairs for their kids to use when they come and visit. And we gave them the glassed-in stairwell, which always looks pretty. I like when these are open, so I think I'm going to leave them for now. And that is what happened to them. They should be coming home in a minute. We see Wilmot going and Friday going home. That's who just passed us. And we see Ah, yes, I forgot about that. And I think I have to go check on that other couple, Nolan. But there's Cecily, and I might as well go and check because Edmund is a minor and it's going to take him a while to get home. But Nolan finally chose, or was chosen, and Nolan has chosen the second Kaylee, Kaylee Aylmer. Um, Kaylee, the first Kaylee is Kaylee Adams, who is Thomas's daughter, and she is with Jonathan, who is the ores smelterer. But this Kaylee is one of the Aylmer kids, and she and Nolan now live in this house. They just got settled in here, and we'll go over here and we can see David, Paloma and Jeremiah are talking to each other. David and Isabella are talking to each other this evening. So this is going to be interesting. I might have to do something to try and get, this is the thing that I like to do, to try and get the couples to arrive in such a way that they end up with who they want to be with. So Jeremiah is the restaurant owner. His mother and his father own the tavern and the gift shop outside the train station. This is what they own. And now he owns this little breakfast lunch restaurant right here, if you can call this little. And Isabella and Jeremiah chose each other. And it's really interesting, when I went back and looked, I had a note that when they were little kids, they used to play together. And so it's perfect that they ended up together. But we're going to have to figure this out. I thought that David and Paloma being delivery, they would get home last and that would not interfere, but that's not what is happening. So I might have David and Paloma move here and have Nolan and Kaylee move here and see how that works out. I think that Isabella is a student right now, and I'm going to peer in and see if I can see, but I can't see. So I'll have to wait, and well, I could go up, couldn't I? And see. And yes, so there's Isabella, and see, they're just talking. So we will, Isabella is a student, so what would happen is Isabella and Kaylee would probably get home at the same time. And Jeremiah, I can try it. We can try that and see what happens, but we have to do it when morning comes. Let's see if Edmund actually got home. We've been up for a long time, and Edmund is home. Yay! And this is really wonderful. During the whole time that Edmund and Cecily raised their kids here, who I believe, I know Kinsley is one of theirs, but I'd have to look and see who the others are. But they pretty much, the bedrooms were pretty, they pretty much ended hardly ever sleeping in the same bed, and so this is a luxury for them to be able to do that. We did something different with the bathroom wall this time that gave this nice appearance in the front, and I really like that. Our other apartment this is the jungle. This is also a jungle house, but this one was done entirely with the terracotta upstairs. So, and I like the way that turned out. This is Friday and Annabelle's house, and Friday and Annabelle are rooming together. They are best friends who have been best friends all along, and they room together. Are they together? It's hard to tell. If they are, for some reason, they are not open about it. I have other couples in other cities that absolutely are open about their love for each other, but I don't know that I have that here. It's really interesting. So anyway, when this night's almost over, when this night is over, we're going to look at those two sets. Here's our mall next to the university, and it is nighttime, but I just love the way it turned out, and I'm really glad that we tore down that other apartment building to put the mall right here. Now, one of the things that we had been working on was connecting this road, which is now called Temple Road. This is Temple Road. Temple Road runs all the way through to the jungle's edge, which is the swamp, all the way through, and all the way through this section, this industrial section of the jungle, where we have now added another apartment building to replace the fact that we tore down the acacia design apartments, but we added these stone apartments, and they are the temple apartments. And right now we have a couple people living here. One of them is Josiah Cheddar, the professor of magical arts, who is involved in the archaeological dig of the temple that was uncovered, and they are trying to learn more about. Now, this was just finished, so we still have some trees that need repairing, and we have some other pieces that we might want to get fixed. For example, this is the jungle. It does monsoon here, so I think we're going to end up covering more of this, or we're going to end up taking up this carpet, but maybe we don't have to. Maybe it's indoor, outdoor, and used to being wet. This is one of the things that we will look at. But this is the new apartment building. I'm going to take this moment right now to do this, because this is always, that's always so scary to me, that you come running down the stairs and boop, you're off. So let us go down. It is daytime, and we're just going to walk down this street that has been changed to meet up with the bridge walkway. And this is the lumberjacks. This is actually the lumberjack, and this is the carpenter right here. The carpenter's building is this building, and the lumberjack is down there, including the lumberjack's house, which the lumberjack is Reynold, and he is also one of the ones who has a jungle apartment. Now, we had done some jungle house, I should say. We had done some work on this house, and I believe that it was their house that sort of got us the understanding. However, this bed is in the wrong place, and I think that's what's happening with this room. I'm going to right quick, just while we are doing this tour, I am going to move this dresser and this light and this bed so that are we going to need to make this wider? Probably. Let's make the rug wider too. So let's take these three right here and put them there. And let's put the bed right here. And then let's put this here and this on top right here. So, okay. So this is their bedroom, and they chose to have much more of the living room. So the bedroom, this closes, so their bedroom is directly visible from the rest. Ah, yes, and this was the one that we closed in to give Julia and her son, Ray. I'm going to get rid of some of these. I don't like having a lot of stuff in my hands while I'm walking around. Give them privacy upstairs when Julia was just being a housekeeper here. This is the other bathroom. It's very similar. Very similar. Interesting. So that must be an IKEA bathroom or a Home Depot bathroom in their world, that it's like it's very easy to get, so everyone has this style. But so this is the other beds upstairs, and Ray still lives here. He still lives with his mom and Reynold, and his dad was killed. His dad was a botanist who was actually poisoned by one of his plants, and so unfortunately died. And after they had been living with Julia's parents for a long time, and then Julia's father suggested to Julia that Reynold was interested in having someone take care of his house, and she could do that. And so she agreed, actually. And Ray was fine with it, having his own bedroom. And that's what they did. Let's go down here before the day ends and let us rearrange. We're going to walk through the mall. Let us rearrange the housing in this area. I'm going to put Kinsley. Let's put Kinsley and yeah, let's go here. Let's take Paloma and David out of here. Right here like this. And let's put, I said Kinsley, but I meant Kaylee. And let's put Kaylee Aylmer. And let us put Nolan. No, not Nolan. M. Mason. Mason. I said Nolan, but Nolan is with Kinsley. Mason is with Kaylee. And they are brothers, Mason and Nolan. But they are going to switch houses, and we'll see how this works out. We'll see if this arrangement works. In the meantime, there is Friday, and who else also? Ah, yes. So we're still waiting for these two houses to be done. When they are done, we are actually going to move in. I think we can actually do it now, even though these houses aren't complete. This is going to be really fun because we're going to actually make this the official road right here, and it looks like a neighborhood. Even though these houses are level with the ground and this one's up, these along this edge are up, I still like it as a neighborhood feeling road that goes to this end here. So why don't we go ahead and move Cecily, and I'm looking at those three. Can you see that on the map? There's like three mobs in the dairy area, but they, I believe, are underground. No, they're not in the dairy area. They're underneath this house. They're actually under the house. Isn't that curious? Look at that. See, if I go right here. Yeah, they're underneath. That is curious. Okay, so let us move Cecily and Emily out and put Philippa and Roland back here. So let us remove the two of them, and let's get Philippa, P, H, there she is, and let's get Roland, remove, let's get Roland, was a warrior from the land of the midnight sun. Let's get Roland right here, QR. There he is. Okay, so there's Roland and Philippa, and they are living here. I have to hurry. Well, not really. And then we could try having Cecily and Emily be in this house. The only problem is that Cecily would be home right away, Natasha's a home right away, and then Josiah would come, and then Emily would come. So we're just going to leave Josiah and Natasha here. You are hearing Vincentius Primus in the background. He is reading. What are you reading? Which story are you reading?
It's called Last Mayor.
Last Mayor? Ah. Okay. And who's the author? Okay. And so we have Cecily the blacksmith. Cecily the blacksmith right here. And Emily, who is a teacher. And we're going to, well, she's not a teacher yet. She intends to be a teacher. so far. And where am I going? E, A, B, C, D, E. Poor Vincentius Primus, he's coughing. Poor Vincentius. Okay. And he's probably coughing. No, he's really coughing, but that's actually kind of a reminder to me that I am almost done. That is everything that we did in this last week. We are only doing New Masseque one day a week, and this is on
I can help you with that.
Wednesdays that we do New Masseque, and then on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we do New Musalangu. On Monday and Tuesday we do Omo and New Mombasa. So those are the 4 cities, and that's what happened in this city this week. I want to wait for just a minute, so why don't we do that just for a second? I want to see what happens when they go home. Here's Levi on his way home to Aurora. He used to be on his way home to either Aurora or Samantha, but Samantha has... Now this is interesting. Aurora and Samantha are going to spend the night, which means that Levi and Sam Y are going to end up staying up and talking all night in their place. Now this is rare. That hasn't happened before. They have been pretty much going, ooh, look at the moon, beautiful. They have been pretty much getting to their houses. Benedict always stays after his restaurant late, so he serves late meals. Benedict does at his restaurant, but that is more than likely long enough to see where our couples over here are going to end up. So we can see Annabelle, she's going home to Friday, her roommate, and we can come past here, and Cecily is the only one home so far because Edmund is very late getting home. But here, no one is home yet. Did I put them? I bet I didn't. Did I not put them in here? Do you know I don't remember doing that? Let's get David very quickly, and let's get Paloma. Paloma. Let's assign both of them, and they will come here. So, and there is David. He checked in, and there is Paloma, and she's going there, and then she's going upstairs, and they are both exhausted and went right to bed. And there's Edmund, and Edmund is rushing home to get some sleep before the night's over. So let's see how this worked out. There is Isabella and Kaylee, sure enough. And there is Jeremiah and Mason. So that is not going to work. So I've got to figure something out so that it works. I've got to figure something out. I've got to. Now we know that Declan and Penelope are here in this house. And we know that Annabelle and Friday are here. Oh, that might be an interesting thing to do. We could fix the bedroom downstairs here. We could make this the bedroom like we have in the others and have one of the couples move in here. That would be curious. Who would we have move in? We might as well move and Mason and Kaylee back to the Culkin house because that's where Mason was raised, in that house. And if it's not going to work out, they should go ahead and be moved back there. And then we could move Jeremiah and Isabella into Friday and Annabelle's house, and then move Friday and Annabelle into this one here. Oh, that would be interesting. So the way this house is, excuse me, everybody, I can have the extra room up here. So Friday and Annabelle could, I'm saying Annabelle because of Isabella, but Annabelle could be in this one, and then we could have Paloma and David live here and put Jeremiah and Isabella in the house that Isabella was raised in. Ooh, I like that idea. All right. How much time? Oh, I can't. You'll have to tune in. I'll have to do this during the week, which will be on Wednesday when I am in both Mixer and Twitch. So whichever account you have, come over and watch. And next Sunday, I will show you what I did and how it worked out, how I got these couples into their right locations, which is what I am trying to do. So, without further ado, thank you for watching and enjoy watching all the other gamers. Bye for now. Bye for now.